you all fell for it, as well as Kirby, so that's okay. Yeah,
If you were the mole, this plan would have worked way better.
It would work really well, but unfortunately, I had to make some compromises. Okay, so yeah.
I see why you wanted Kirby killed so fast. You wanted to be the mole.
I want to be the real mole. There's only one mole here. It's me. Thinking about it, 7 by 7 by 7 is a lot harder than I did originally. But I've got to go ahead of it.
You can blame me. It was my idea.
No, it was my idea. I wanted this to happen.
It was my idea for the 7 by 7 though.
No, you said 6 by 6, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I said 6 by 6.
And then I said I wanted it to be even. So I was like, oh, I want
Actually, that's odd.
Odd, sorry, yeah. I wanted it to be, to have a center.
I thought you were a mathematician.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should know my parities better.
So if you're a mathematician, what's the square root of 0 divided by 0?
It's not a thing. You can't divide 0 by 0.
I realize. Okay, what's the square root of I?
The square root of I think, is the 1 over root 2 minus I over root 2, I think? Oh, I can't remember.
I know the square root of any negative number is I. Right?
Well, no, the square root of minus 1 is I.
I thought it was any negative.
No. So square root of negative 4 is 2i. Okay, so it's like so the square root of negative 1 is I, so the square root of like negative 4 is 2i. And square root of 2i of 2 is just negative 2, sorry, is like oh, well, yeah.
0.1, 0.5i.
I remember, so square root of I. Oh, you'd use a Argon diagram for that, wouldn't you? You'd put it on polar coordinates. So it'd be root 2 plus root 2i. That's the square root of I. Yeah.
I think that's 7 by 7.
7 by 7.
I can't wait for the game to be over and people
come on, I've got no
your
dirt.
massive hole.
Oh, are you kidding me? I've got no dirt.
I was going to ask you that.
I thought I had lots of dirt on me. Damn it. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go up to the surface and get me some dirt. I'm not gonna go that way. I'm going to I can hear you just waiting for this to go wrong. This is not going to go wrong, okay? It'll be fine.
I was talking to myself, and when you said I can hear you, I'm like, you can?
Yeah. I can hear every... I think you're right.
So what did I say then?
Right, let's put oh, I just heard your conscience begging for me to fall into my own trap. Okay, so this I'm gonna hit, and then I guess I just yes, there we go.
And you get no apples on this tree.
I get no apples on this tree. Thankfully, I've got 9 more saplings to go.
This one's probably going to give you like 3 more. Do you prefer DK or actually breaking the trees yourself?
I prefer DK, but I'm impatient.
And for apples, and the code's the same thing.
I realize.
I mean, this is Spigot, so Kirby might have made it so that breaking them is pointless. I know that for 21, shears were useless, so when I sheared a bunch of oak leaves, it was a waste of time.
Okay, so now I'm going to wait for that to work, because nothing happened. As a border, probably not a good thing. Red borders aren't good, are they?
Usually.
No, they are not.
Should leave. Okay, I'm going to forget that existed. I'm going
weren't
to...
supposed to look at the border.
Oh. Okay, so plan B is not to do plan A. My plan B is to go and redness there, redness everywhere. Okay, so that means that the border is trying to get us to go this way. So this way. I'm going
Plan
to...
A didn't work. What's plan? Time for plan B. What's plan B? Run and hope for a plan C.
Yeah. Hope for everyone to kill each other first. I think is our the plan, and then when that fails, I don't know. We'll think of something maybe. Something will appear. Like if I stay calmly thinking about it for now, think of a way out of this. Oh, BBR's taking damage? Wait, BBR wasn't Iron Man anyway.
No, he wasn't.
I'm still surprised Mista hasn't taken any damage.
Mister really wants that Iron Man. Maybe one day he'll get it.
I was actually hoping I'd get a kill this
I
round.
feel really sorry because this is the sort of game which I'd be like, come on, do something, and I'd want for something to happen, but then at the same time, I'm scared to death and I don't want it to. I don't want things to go wrong.
Just make sure our team gets second place.
I'll try.
So you gotta make sure either red and dark blue and the what are they called? And the moles, or moles and dark red. You any combination of two.
Oh yeah. Full damage. I'm good. I didn't take any else. I can't take that thing. Oh, I can get rid of my pressure plate now, and my...
So you got rid of the pressure plate. You're not even leaving it, just on the off chance somebody will fall into it.
No, because it's being swallowed up by the border as I speak.
Are you sure about that? I'm gonna go check. No, it's not.
It will be swallowed up by the border shortly.
And that, yeah, it will be swallowed by the border soon.
Soon, but right now.
So essentially, I just want to... Oh no. It's going to night. Why don't we have a eternal day on these things?
Because Kirby is evil.
I prefer it with a 9-day cycle.
Okay, right, so I've got a spare rifle just in case.
Night and day cycle's fine until it hinders PvP because people don't want to go out at night.
Yeah.
Or they stop fighting because it became night.
Makes sense.
So like early game, normal cycles are fine. But when it gets to late game, 2+ hours in, I prefer Eternal Day. That way the players can actually do stuff without backing off because it's getting dark out.
Makes
Not
sense.
doing. Oh, that's the wrong way.
The borders are getting pretty small. What's the temperature where you guys are at?
Cold.
Cold. That's a specific temperature.
Yeah, it is. Very specific.
Yeah, it's cold. Coldish here. Colder than
know,
what Kirby could handle.
Yeah, basically. Oh, great! I love baby
More
zombies.
than an inch of snow outside.
Oh, Kirby's Iron Man.
Why does it have to be a freaking baby zombie?
Baby zombie. Those things are evil.
There's no. Even in
small and fast and annoying.
they're like the OP mobs of the game. They just.
Yeah, and no matter what version of the game you play, if they're around, they can do like 7 hearts to you, no problem.
Yeah. Well, I think it does matter which version of the game. If you're in 1.8, they're OP as fuck, and if it's in 1.9, it's twice that.
Because they can ride chickens in 1.9.
Yeah, but you also can't like spam click them, which you need to do against them to be able to have.
Well,
any
in
chance.
1.9 over 1.10, you could
Well,
just stand your block, and they can't hurt you if you down a block or something.
Well, in 1.5, you beat them because they don't exist yet. Where's that 1.4?
I missed 1.5. No, 1.5. They weren't in. They added them in later, I think. It might have been the adventure update.
I think that was 1.6.
Maybe.
Right. I know 1.11 is also considered an adventure update.
There's two, yeah.
1.4 was the
Quote-unquote
Halloween
adventure
update.
update. They do a lot of those.
Yeah.
Like 1.4 is adventure like update because that's when the Nether got its first real update.
1.4 was actually called the Halloween update.
Okay,
Yeah.
PVR.
I still call it adventure update because you don't just go to the Nether. You have to adventure to the Nether.
The first actual adventure update was beta 1.8. That was when they added adventure mode and hunger.
And new combat mechanics. Beta 1.8 was a big update.
I came in release 1.3.
I started playing in 1.2.
I think I started playing just before 1.5 came out.
I remember when I heard 1.4 was coming out, I was so freaking excited. And the silence has come again.
Yes, it has. Oh, no, never mind. Throw out the trash. You Americans would say. I don't think that's anymore. All the gunpowder.
So Tim, what part of the world do you live in?
I live. Well, can you guess which part of the world I live in? By my voice.
Somewhere in Europe. I'm asking where in Europe. Like what
He
country?
lives on a
in
certain chunk of land out there somewhere.
in a certain chunk of land which is in no way associated with Europe whatsoever. We care very much about not being part of Europe. I live in the UK.
UK. Kirby's not dead.
Kirby is
I
very
think
much
someone
alive.
tried to do. I think Impaired tried to do a joke kill, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, that doesn't work too well.
I thought Impaired was saying, Kirby, uh, he, um, Kirby died by something, but he says, it was a unicorn.
Oh, I hear. I should probably dig to the sources of whatever. Oh, Steve, found it. TNT, you proud of me? I found a cave which with noises and everything. I actually found it. I dug to it. Properly.
I'm
It
so
worked.
proud.
I don't know how to do that.
I think the last person died in like episode 3 or 4.
The last person to die was Strawberry, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was, and it was right after episode 4 began, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this is going to be a long UHC, and everyone's going to enjoy it when they watch it.
Yep. People are gonna really love it.
Especially mine and Ford's view.
Well,
Yep.
our view does have Tim. That's like the best view that you can have.
You can't have a better view than that. I mean, you could probably have Balone, but he's not in this UHC, so
Well, mine's going off and on Tim, so.
yeah, that's pretty good. You get some Tim, but when you've had enough of Tim, you can go and
Well, we
Okay,
get
so-
Tim's voice, but we can choose to watch someone else.
indeed. You don't have to watch my body. You can also
Yeah,
watch.
we can watch Mista while listening to Tim.
But you have the best body, Tim.
Yeah, so I mean, that's why Ford has a better perspective, I think, because he sees my body all the time.
Do either of you play Magic the Gathering?
There was a Magic the Gathering club at school, but no, I never played it.
Me neither.
It is fun.
Do either of you two play Warhammer?
I don't.
I'm meaning to play that. I just haven't got it yet.
I haven't played it either, but I like it because it's my hometown has the headquarters of Warhammer.
Has either of you two played Planet Side or Planet Side 2?
Uh,
No.
Do you know what it is?
I don't.
It's a first-person shooter MMO.
no.
And there's no PvE, it's all PvP, and you get to choose out of 3 factions.
Okay, it's probably worth heading up, right?
I suppose so. And that's the
I
end
mean,
of
oh
episode
no,
7.
no, I'm